for a first-place battle against Kansas City. Pairing Jay Schrader's strong arm and the flying feet of Tim Brown proved productive. A Schrader to Tim Brown touchdown helped the Raiders raise their Monday night mastery to an incredible 29 wins against only 6 losses and 1 tie. Add Jay Schrader to Tim Brown touchdowns against the Bengals near the top.
Raiders take advantage. Schrader burns the veteran Jerry Gray to Tim Brown, emerging the last few weeks, as we told you, 100-yard run. Third quarter, Jay Schrader has plenty of time. Tim Brown makes the move past Wyman Henderson. It's a touchdown. And the Raiders lead. It's a Raider. Just win, baby, no matter what the weather. Tim Brown, you know what he does? He wakes up the echoes on this punt return. No one's going to catch him. 75 yards. The silver and black. Way ahead.
Bar right here goes right at that injured knee.
Raiders lead 3-0 in the first quarter. Jay Schrader to Timmy Brown. Steps past one man, and Kelso isn't going to bring him down. 78 yards. Touchdown. Raiders. That was a short pass, turn long ball. Baby Todd, starting quarterback for the Raiders. And look what happened. Looks like he's been there for 10 years. Tim Brown a touchdown. It's 7-all early in the first. 38-yard pickup. Schrader to Tim Brown. Zip. Touchdown. 7-0. 7-0. Now Marinovich back to pass.
And Marinovich is growing up fast. When he has the good solid pocket and time to throw the football, he throws a nice ball, Chris. It's soft. It's easy to catch.
Kelso and Tim Brown. It's Tim Brown by 18 lengths. And the Raiders lead at 14-3.
In Veterans Stadium, this is the big play. Schrader. Touchdown, Tim Brown. And
4th and goal. Here comes another all-out blitz. Evans throws. Touchdown, Raiders. Tim Brown.
Meanwhile, an old hand named Haas hung Seattle's defense out to dry.
Going deep for Tim Brown in the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders.
Jeff Hostetler knows he's got a rocket, a jet, and a Brown. Tim Brown. Air it out. They said the Haas couldn't throw like this. They didn't know. 71 yards, 7-0 Raiders, and Al Davis. I heard of who? Then the Haas goes to Tim Brown. Zip on the cross pattern, and Brown does the rest. Look at him get jet out in front of him. It's a touchdown, 38 yards, 17-10 Raiders. Brown, 5 catches for $156, and you saw the 2 touches. Still in the third. 7-3 in the second quarter. Jeff Hostetler took a beating but stood tall. It's Tim Brown for 11 yards, first down. Same drive on 3rd and 16. Haas waits, hits Brown, comes back. He's got to make the first down, and he does. Next play. This time, waits for no one. Lofts it, does Haas. To Brown, where's the defense? Oh, it's backing up, way back. And finally, Brown is jet and a rocket as outside receivers. Then with under 5 minutes to go, Hostetler, Tim Brown, 29 yards. Haas to Brown. What a Raiders lead at 10-9 at the half. Raiders pull out the big play in the second half. Tim Brown really coming into his own this year. Look at him receive the punt. Look at him get by everybody. And he could go all the way. Timmy Brown turns on the Jets. 17-9 Raiders.
Yeah, you see the world-class speed here of Timmy Brown and just absolutely destroys the angle of the defensive coverage. Breezes on into the end zone.
Late would just be getting warmed up, down 30-13. There's no team that's had a wackier season and a wilder one than the Raiders. It's Haas to Tim Brown. They get on the same page. Haas to Tim Brown. 27 yards. 25 is the touchdown. It's 30-20. The Raiders in business.
Yeah, you watch there. Timmy Brown fakes the outside route, turns Tyrone Braxton around. Good delivery of the ball by Jeff Hostetler.
After a field goal makes it 30-23. Hostetler zips it to Brown for 13 yards. Hostetler zips it to Brown for 11 yards. Less than 30 seconds to go. The Raiders need a touchdown to tie it. Hostetler to Brown. Broncos, they're going to cover those guys. But he, kind of like us off the tee, was way wide right. Haas with the score 7-7 back to football to Tim Brown. And he's gone. Brown with 17 catches in 2 games of the regular season against the Broncos. Clobbers Charlie Waters' defense. It's 14-7 Raiders, Joe.
Well, you can see what Tim Brown does in man-to-man coverage. Here he just blows by the DB with speed. Nobody's going to catch him, and he's the slowest when they got lead.
Everything breaks loose. Tim Brown and Tyrone Braxton, Buddy Ryan and Kevin Gilbride. They're all in the middle of this fight on the field. 28-21. Elway could only look on as the Hoss to Tim Brown. Tommy. Fourth quarter. Hoss to his favorite receiver, the Pro Bowler Tim Brown. Over the middle. And Hoss, look at him. He's like Eli Fuller going in on Mark Kelso. It was an 8-deep zone. He fakes, he shoots, he scores! It's a touchdown. Touchdown. The third longest play. Bronco defense in big-time trouble. Hoss, time. Warren Wells, number 8. No, it's Tim Brown on the crossing route. Randy Hilliard can't stop him. And then gets a big-time block from Darrell Hobbs at the goal line, 43 yards, 21-0 Raiders. And it ends up being a touchdown, 17-14, the Patriots. Hostetler scrambles and finds Tim Brown. Look at the catch and the concentration. It's now a 10-10 game. Raiders driving. It is Hoss. And this is why Tim Brown makes the Pro Bowl. What a catch in traffic. What a run after it. A 30-yard play brings the Raiders down to the 12. Then Hostetler to Brown again. Tommy, it's a great catch, 17-10 Raiders.
Yeah, tight coverage, and the thing you love about Tim Brown is that if you watch him hooked up here with J.B. Brown, one-on-one coverage, the catches that he makes in traffic. He knows he's going to take a lick. He still concentrates and pulls the ball in.
So Brown and Hoss give the Raiders the lead because they dominated the Raiders. In the second quarter, first and 10 for 23, Hoss. Tim Brown quite vocal and in the corner. 12th time he's done it in his career, Tom, and that sets up Hoss to Tim Brown. Touchdown, 20 yards. The Raiders lead at the half by 4. Then Hoss to Tim Brown again. Look at the pass. Pretty move by Brown. A good block downfield. It's 21-10. The flags are on Atlanta. Hoss and Brown feeling good. Vinnie Clark and Tim Brown not feeling good, but it's not quite the...
The Raiders fight back. Just over 2 minutes left. Hostetler to Tim Brown. Gets his feet in at the 11. Next play. Hoss scrambles. Finds Tim Brown. The great leaping catch for the touchdown.
First quarter. Raiders accept the collect call. Hoss to Tim Brown, 12 yards. Raiders lead 7-0.
Way too much pressure.
Then Hoss looking for his favorite receiver, Tim Brown. What a leaping catch for 40. It's Hostetler looking for Tim Brown. He'll fire it. Good protection. And 30 yards looking to make the move on Carl Lee. He and the ref go flying over the cone. It's a touchdown. Hoss, 308 yards passing, 22 of 28.
Yeah, great battle between Ray Crockett and Tim Brown all day here, one-on-one. Look at him work to the inside, work back out, shows the great hands and then the speed.
To lead in the fourth quarter. First down, though, Hoss goes to his favorite target, Tim Brown, and his banner for now, and he could go all the way. 77 yards. The Raiders lead at 17-16. Hardly penalized at all in this game. 18-yard run for the Hoss. Then Hoss to Timmy Brown. Number 81 of the Coliseum must be Warren Wells. No, it's Tim Brown. Touchdown, 7-0 Raiders.
But special teams created opportunities. Tim Brown broke for 39 yards. The lethal passing partnership of Hostetler and Brown combined on a perfect fade route. Then later teamed again for another Raiders score.
Side with Fenner joining the wide receivers. Hostetler fires downfield to Brown. Is completed the 50, breaks attack on the 40. There he goes down the sideline to the 30, to the 20. Will he make it to the 10, 5? Touchdown Raiders!
Hostetler threw
7 seconds left in the half. First down. Raiders looking for more. Hostetler loads of time. Tim Brown. Tim Brown. Tim Brown. Tim Brown is gone. 80 yards. 13-0 Raiders. At the half, Brown in the ball game caught 5 balls for 143 yards. Start of the third. 134 yards on the day. 7-0 in the first Raider possession of the second quarter. Tim Brown makes Darrell Williams look silly for third.
John Kent back to punt it. Tim Brown, dangerous, back to return it. Out of the pack is Tim Brown. Here comes Jet over. Made him cut back, but a good return by Tim Brown. Here's Hostetler back to throw it. Delayed blitz. Tim Brown. Darren Smith came on a delayed blitz.
The Raiders and the Cowboys, I think I'll go jet skiing. What kind of guy is that?
Here's Vince Evans, chased by Herman McCormick, gets rid of it to Tim Brown, and Brown out of bounds. Look, you see the block in front of him. 4th and 9. Evans back to throw. Chase and gets rid of it. Tim Brown, touchdown. What a play by Vince Evans.
Second time that the Cowboys thought they had him, and he makes a big play on him. 4th down, he's on his way down. Yeah. He was tackled, he was going down, and he just had the presence as he was going down.
They were in space. Here's Evans. Tim Brown shakes the tackler and gets the first down.
In the 4th quarter, Billy Joe Hobart is summoned to replace Evans to Tim Brown for a touchdown. 2 touchdown passes by Hobart in the 4th. Hit 29-23.
Their tradition of wide receivers who set the standard of excellence.
Despite the fact that Jeff Hostetler was on the sideline, got going. Billy Joe Hobart to Tim Brown. Through 3 defenders, touch to being pushed back by a false start. By the way, the Raiders had 12 penalties. Nothing changes. Hobart to Brown for the out. Touchdown. 14-7. The Raiders.
Line up and do it over again.
Now Hostetler to Tim Brown, 19 yards. Touchdown, 7-0 Raiders. Hostetler, excellent in the first half.
Down 27-14 at the half. 3rd quarter, same score. Haas. Tim Brown. That's a pretty pass. 6 yards. And the Raiders have pulled to 27-21 at home. Raiders next possession. Haas over the middle. Tim Brown cuts up to the 15-yard line.
How they can get out of the way of the big ball.
I would think so. Hostetler in the 3rd quarter with the Raiders up by 7. Eludes spell and finds Timmy Brown for a touchdown.
On their next possession, Hostetler. Look at this. How wide open is Tim Brown? We know he's fast, but he's certainly not that fast. Falls down, rolls into the end zone. 42 yards and a score. How in the heck did he get that open? The cornerback, Ray Crockett, slipped and faked out of his protective equipment, let's say. Wide open is Brown. 21-16, the Raiders lead.
With a minute to go in the first half. Jeff Hostetler, Tim Brown, the quick hitch, gone. 22 yards, touchdown, 14-0, the Raiders. Second.
Calm, poised Jeff George found stellar wide receiver Tim Brown often, hitting number 81 8 times for 158 yards.
The big fedora. It was Oakland at Tennessee. Steve McNair. Oh, this is Jeff George to Timmy Brown. 27 yards. Touchdown in the 3rd quarter. This touchdown early in the 4th quarter as the Raiders. What the call was, it was going to be 4th down. And then, now who would you go to?
I go to Timmy Brown.
Yeah, why not? What took you so long? Touchdown Raiders. George to Brown. Look at Brown. Get the feet down.
Well, great job of getting his feet down just before he goes airborne here. He's hit in the back, but great concentration on the football. Great job of tucking it away.
Tough, talented Jeff George en route to the NFL passing yardage lead with nearly 4,000 yards. Found Tim Brown 7 times for 107 yards. On offense, Pro Bowl selection Tim Brown moved closer to becoming the Raiders' all-time leading receiver, catching 8 for 125 yards.
Play the game with intensity. Watch Tim Brown and Dale Carter, both Pro Bowlers, go at each other. Watch Brown, though, go to cut Carter. Keep in mind, Carter last year did that to Lionel Washington when he played for Denver, put Lionel out for most of the year.
First down from the 44, Harvey Williams, now a tight end, was the man in motion, and Jeff George flings it and is caught by Brown. And Tim Brown with a big gain. First down at the 35, George throws, and it's caught at the 45 by Brown. And Timmy takes it to the 41-yard line, tackled by Jerome Woods. Second down and 9. George flings it over the middle to a wide-open Timmy Brown. Brown is run out of bounds at the 37-yard line. Oakland leading by 5, and Jeff George takes the give, throws. Brown again to the 32-yard line. Amazing. Everybody in the ballpark knows that 81 is the primary receiver.
6 yards on the play. They needed 5 for the first down.
Wide open for 6, and it's wide open. Tim Brown. 29 yards
touchdown, and George has thrown his second touchdown pass of this opening half.
Tim Brown, 81, against Otis Smith. Man coverage, just a nice little subtle move, and he breaks back to the inside. It's man coverage. Jeff George knows he has Tim Brown one-on-one. Get the offense in some rhythm.
George with 9 in a row. To Tim Brown. 10 straight completions as Brown hauls it in. 12 minutes plus left in this fourth quarter as George goes downfield to Tim Brown. Well, that just seems automatic. Brown all alone again. 4 total the first 3 games. George underneath. Juggling catch, Tim Brown. Another first down at the 37.
3rd and 5 for the 24. Jeff George to Tim Brown. He burns Sam Madison. Burns Dolly Madison. It's 24 yards, and it's 7-0 Oakland.
7 catches, $116 in the game. Raiders next drive, 2nd and 10. Jeff George hooking up with Tim Brown, 8 yards, 589th career catch, ties him on the Raider all-time list with the great Fred Biletnikoff, Super Bowl 11 MVP, the king of the Stickum. 3rd down, 5 yards to go. George looking for Brown. Money, 20 yards. Brown into the record books, 590 for his career. Raider receiving coach, Fred Biletnikoff, giving up the props. Brown, 14 catches on the day, 599 now for his career. TJ.
Yeah, regardless of record, Timmy Brown can hold his head high, does a great job of running patterns.
The offense powered for over 400 yards. Wide receiver Tim Brown started in high gear with 6 catches, 127 yards, and his 65th pro touchdown.
Drops back to pass, 5 steps, and he winks one out left. Tim Brown got it! Touchdown!
At one point,